Hello guys and welcome back to Married at First Sight Australia, and today we are going to be talking about the final 3 weddings, and we've also got a progress update about one of our couples as well. I gotta say, this episode contained a lot of juicy content, so we are going to dive straight into it. But before we get started, I just want to say thank you guys very much for the support on the channel. I've been away over the weekend and the support has been insane. We have gained 10 subscribers over the weekend, which is absolutely fantastic, so very well done you guys. But we're back now and I am ready to get back into it. So if you are liking what you're seeing, make sure you are subscribing. We are on our way to 1,000. I've got a really big surprise coming at 1,000 subscribers. It'll be my 1,000 subscriber video. Might have something to do with Taskmaster. It might not. That's for you to find out. But we will jump into the episode now. So without much further ado, see you guys in there. So, we are going to start with Michael and Stephen. Now, you may remember Michael was the person who was told by John that his match had done a runner and therefore they had no one for him to marry, and therefore they were going to try and find him a new one and keep him in the experiment, but obviously don't know if that's going to work out. But it did. They did manage to find someone, and it does really feel like they did kind of just find the first person that kind of matched him and just sort of went from there. But I gotta say, so far I do like the pair of them and they are giving me big green flags. Now the issue is that they obviously didn't tell Stephen that he was a second pick. So when he found that out later on in the episode, yeah, it didn't go down very well, and it did make him feel really insecure and uncomfortable. But I was sitting there thinking like, well, it's not entirely Michael's fault, because like Michael didn't meet the other guy, so like as far as he's aware, you're the first match because he never met the other match. But like I can understand from like looking at it from the expert's point of view, clearly Stephen wasn't as compatible, and yeah, a little bit awkward, a little bit uncomfortable. But on the whole, their wedding was really lovely. Michael is a beautiful soul. He is so pure and so lovely. He is a sperm donor and already has 2 kids with a lesbian couple that he's friends with. I think that's really cute. Stephen, my god, he needs a haircut. He looks like Steve Wicks Steve Wick? Oh my god. He looks like Pete Wicks if Pete Wicks had some more colour in his hair. That's kind of how I looked at it a little bit. But I think he's a very attractive guy. I just, the hair's too much. The hair's far too much for me. And the fact that he's a hairdresser as well, and his hair looks like it's incredibly greasy, just not my kind of vibe. But he does seem like a very lovely person. Apparently Stephen was in a car accident when he was 8 or something like that, and it left his face permanently scarred around here. I think it was really sort of powerful to hear him talk about that and how he's overcome that. So big green flags for Stephen. Yeah, Michael did have to drop the bombs about the baby mamas very early on, and I was like, ooh, how's this gonna go down? Because this could go down like a lead balloon. Fortunately, it didn't. He seemed very receptive to the idea and the fact that Michael now wants his own family and things like that. So again, big green flags. I'm seeing a lot of good things from these two. They're very cute, and I just think that they need a little bit of time to get to know each other, and Stephen needs time to sort of get over the fact that he was a second pick. He was questioning, am I just a fill-in? That kind of thing. So I can understand why Stephen is having these sort of doubts about the marriage, purely because the experts didn't match them together to start with. But I think it's a case of, well, was that person before really right for him if he didn't want to go through with it? Clearly the experts fucked up on that one. Maybe this is the correct one. I don't know. It's just a different way of looking at things. It's not looking at it through a negative lens. It's looking at it through a positive lens. What can I get from this experience? Things like that. But I think they'll be fine. I have faith in them. They'll be all right. So we are going to talk about Madeline and Ash now. Now, Madeline and Ash are a very odd couple. She's very outgoing, very excitable, very loud. He is probably the most reserved person that we have in the like show at the moment. He just doesn't seem like he has any other facial expression other than shocked all the time. He just looks absolutely shocked 24/7. It's so funny because this man genuinely, he seems lovely. He genuinely does seem lovely. But I think it is going to cause issues with the fact that, how do I put this? I think he's going to snap and it's going to completely dissolve the marriage. I think he's really, really biting his tongue because he's like, what the fuck is going on? And I have a feeling that one day it's just going to be too much for him. And he's going to be like, nah, I'm out. I'm out. I'm going. I'm leaving this afternoon. Madeline, on the other hand, she's a psychic. She's also an actress. I think that tells you everything you need to know about her. She is, like I said, very excitable, very funny, very outgoing, very... just a lot at times. And there were many times when I was like, ooh, I probably wouldn't have said that. And it was really funny because half of the current participants got to watch the wedding. So I think Jack and Tori were there, Jono and Lauren were there, Lucinda and Timothy, Cass and Tristan were there. It was just really, really good vibes, and I think they had a really, really good time. The wedding itself was really cute. She made up her vows on the spot, as far as I could tell, because they seemed very impromptu, from the soul kind of thing, but it did just feel a little bit like she was rambling and talking a load of old rubbish. Don't know how I feel about that. Is that a bad sign, bad omen for the wedding? I don't know, potentially, but didn't exactly fill me with confidence that she's going to put 100% into this relationship. Then all of a sudden, when they're doing the photo shoot, she's just getting bad vibes from him. She's like, oh, I'm sensing bad vibes. Oh my God, I'm sensing bad vibes. And suddenly they had the world's most awkward photo shoot where they were like, it just looked painful, like, wow, painful. That was how painful it looked. I couldn't get over it, how awkward it was. And then as soon as he mentioned the fact that he thought he might be living in a haunted house, suddenly she's back on board. Back on board. Oh my God, that's so cool. That's so cool. The fact that you tell me that shows such a deep level of sincerity. I was like, oh, for God's sake. Oh, the only thing she needed to do was talk about her star signs and the tick list would be complete. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, what else can I say about her? Yeah, it just felt odd. And then on their honeymoon, they went to go see some cows and suddenly she started crying about the cows because she'd had beef the night before. And then she was like, I'm never eating meat again. And he's sitting there like, huh? Huh? Have you never seen an animal before? Like, what's going on here? What's happening here? Because this is not what I signed up for. Please, no, I can't be doing this. And then they were at a meal, and then she's like, oh, Ash. Oh, hang on, let me get into the Australian accent. Ash. Oh, Ash. Oh, Ash. I can't say Ash. Ash. I'm sensing some voices from the other side. They're telling me things. They're oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. Yes, they're trying to break through. I love you. They're really trying to get through. And oh, everyone's talking to me. Oh no, I can't do this anymore. Oh no. Oh no. And then she was like, thank you. They told me XYZ. I don't even remember what they told her because it was that insignificant. And yeah, everyone's trying to talk to me at the moment. So yeah, that's a bit tough. And then she got up and walked out. Now, I don't wanna be this person because I don't like referring to women in this way, but that bitch crazy. That bitch is crazy. What's going on? What do you mean you're hearing voices at the dinner table? What do you mean the spirits are trying to come through? Also, what's with all the love yous? It's been 2 days. I can't wave this any harder. Oh, I'm so done. I'm so done. The fact that they get these kind of people on the show is absolutely gobsmacking, personally. So, this last couple is Ridge and Jade, and I think she is a lovely, lovely person. I think she is wonderful. First of all, she has a child. She has a 7-year-old child. Wonderful. Love that for her. Her baby dad cheated on her with her best friend. What is it with people cheating on people with their best friends? That is crazy. Can we stop that? Can we please stop that? Best friends are not for shagging. No, I'm sorry. Best friends are not for shagging. Let's get that fixed right now. She just seems wonderful. She seems genuinely lovely, like she's got her life together and she's just looking for a guy to slot into place and really complete her family unit. She's gotten matched with Ridge. Now, before I say anything more about Ridge, I want to say that by the end of the episode, I do feel like they are a good match. But they did everything they could to make it seem otherwise. Because this man is a dickhead of the highest proportion. But he's also one of these lovable dickheads. The ones that are just like a little bit too full of themselves. They think they're better than they actually are. But they're actually quite sweet at the end of the day. The worst thing ever was hearing him and his friends use their catchphrase, "Deuce." When I tell you, I physically almost chunned at that. Like, almost had to run to the toilet to throw up. Because what are you talking about, deuce? No. The fact that it stands for decent, or it's abbreviated for decent, even the rest of the participants, like Richard and Andrea, who else was there? Ben and Ellie, Jaden and Eden, I think were also at this one, and there was probably other people, I can't remember their names, but they were there and they were like, what the fuck is all this D shit about? What's going on? What's happening? Yeah, the fact that it stands for decent doesn't ring well in my ears. Does decent mean something different in Australia? Because like decent is like the way I use it in the UK, and I think a lot of people use it in the UK, is like, oh, it's decent. It's like, it's not bad, it's not good, it's decent. That's how we use it. So does it mean something slightly different over there? Do you use it in the same context? Any of my Australian fans, I don't think there are many of you, but big love to you if you are an Australian fan, please let me know. Is that a thing? I don't know. I was really concerned. I genuinely thought she was going to be gutted at the altar, and there were times where his vows really let him down. He called himself the king of the jungle. He was like, I want to provide you security, comfort, all of that stuff that girls like. Or he went, because I know that's the stuff that girls like. And she went, and I was like, yeah, that's the correct way of doing it. And then he got his friends to say "Dees" in the ceremony, and I was just like, oh God. And then she was just so concerned, because she was like, I've got to tell him that I have a kid, and I don't think he's going to take this news very well. Fortunately, and when I say I was bricking her telling him, she told him and he was really okay with it. He was like, oh, that's really cool, I really want to meet her. Apparently, he comes from a blended family anyway, and so that's something that he's just grown up being used to and that he's happy to be a part of. And I think that is beautiful and gorgeous. And this is what I mean by, like, I have a feeling there is hope there. There is hope. I have big hope for these two. I know I'm going to get crushed, but so yeah, I'm excited to see how they get on. But the last couple that we need to talk about is actually one of our couples in the participating process at the moment, and that is Tristan and Cass. Tristan and Cass are on the rocks at the moment. They're on the rocks. They very easily could split up any second now. The issue is coming from the fact that she wants intimacy and he is mistaking his attempts at making dates and fun things for her to do as the thing that's upsetting her, when it's not. The thing that's upsetting her is the fact that there is next to no intimacy from Tristan. That's the issue here. But he isn't getting that. Equally, she's not communicating that as well as she could be. She's sitting there and she's going, oh, I just, like, where's my love? Like, where's my love from you? Like, what's happening here? And then she was like, I just feel bored. And then he got pissed off. He was like, what do you mean? I always try and plan dates. I'm always getting us to do fun things. I'm always doing this. I'm always doing that. Like, you don't put any effort in, etc., etc. Just spiraled. And I don't think she didn't make it clear that she wasn't talking about the dates and just meant like the relationship intimacy in general. But like, still, he just went off on one, and it was really uncomfortable to watch, to the point where she walked off and went and had a cry in the toilet. Big red flag from you, Tristan. I didn't think I'd be giving you a red flag in this process, but here it is, because that was not okay. And it really felt like you just thrown in the towel. You just went bang, done. Like, what more can I do? I'm doing all of this, but like going on dates, doing fun things together, that's not what makes a relationship successful. It's part of it, but you also need that intimacy, because otherwise you're just friends. That's how I feel about the situation. Like, dates and fun and all that are like good, but until you have that intimacy with someone, you're friends, you're not in a relationship. Is that not fair? Is that not a fair assumption? And then, yeah, I just feel like Tristan just was not grasping the fact that it's not about the dates. And then John had to come in and be like, yo guys, sort your shit out. And the thing is that he got Tristan to admit that he does want to be intimate, but he's just finding it difficult. But I just feel like we're going round in circles. Tristan is not... I understand it's hard, okay? I do. I really, really, really sympathise with that. It is tough, especially when you've been told for so many years of your life, you're worthless, you're this, you're that. I understand it. However, this woman really likes you. So please, for the love of God, shag her and give her a good time. Oh my God. Or just touch her in some way. Doesn't have to be sexual. Just hug, kiss, maybe a little fondle. Just give her something, please. Because if you're willing to do it, she's not stopping you. She will welcome it. You are married, Tristan. Oh, bless him. But also... So, yeah. I feel like they're going to come back from this. It's not the end. But it did really wind me up and bug me. And I found it really, really uncomfortable to watch. But that is all we've got time for today. So thank you guys very, very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. We will be back in a couple of days with the next dinner party. And I have to say, it's the best dinner party yet. Best one, hands down. I haven't seen the rest of them, but this, out of the 3 we've seen so far, you thought the last one was juicy? This one is juicier. This one is orange juice, not just watered down stuff. Squash. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling on. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We are on our way to 900 and 1,000, for which I have a special treat for all of you. So, get subscribing, get moving, and we will continue making cool content. So, thank you guys very, very much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Keep on ranting. Bye now.